Top 5 guns in COD Mobile Season 5. I've taken hours to research the best guns and the best loadouts for it. Not only that, I'll teach you how to use its power to its fullest. Welcome to another game, and today, I'm going to make you a champion. One last thing before we go into the video, let me give you some context. There are no ranking of any sort in my list. The first gun that I mentioned isn't necessarily the worst of the 5. However, the last gun that I will mention is the best gun in the whole season, and it's a gun that you really have to try out because it's the best of the best. So watch till the end. Other than that, they're all really good guns, but they each have their own use, so I can't really rank them. Just like a ruler can't be better than an eraser and vice versa. Their uses are different. Let's get started for real. The SKS. The SKS is one of the best snipers ever in codm. You can use it from short range to mid range and to long range depending on how you build yours, though it is best to use it for mid to long ranges. Tied with the SKS is the XPR. I like the SKS a bit more though. They're both really great snipers, but the SKS is much more versatile. The XPR is just so bad with close ranges. Yeah, sure, the SKS is bad too, but it handles it better. Much better. But this isn't saying that the SKS is easy to use at all. No, it's quite the contrary. The SKS and the XPR is really hard to master, but once you do master it, you're going to be super OP. They both have infinite 2-shot potential, meaning you can shoot anywhere on your enemy twice and they're dead. 1 shot if you hit their head. These guns are not for rushing. Use the SKS for a more passive playstyle. Stay in the back, relax, pick off the people that come too close. You can also use this gun to hold power spots. It's really great. The XPR is similar. It uses for a more passive playstyle. Here's the build, the SKS, and the XPR. Next up, ODS-9. The ODS is a new gun from last season and it's OP as hell. Accompanied with the buff for the QQ9, the QQ9 is as good as the OTS. They both have really nice fire rates and they kill people faster than I can say, codm. But personally, I don't use the QQ9, so don't ask for me for the loadout. The mag of the OTS-9 is a bit lacking, so compensate that with a vulture perk or use an extended mag. The mobility of the OTS is extraordinary. The recoil pattern is also really easy to control and its bullet speed is insanely fast. Use the ODS aggressively, rush the opponents and wipe out the whole team with it. Be mindful of the little mag and keep picking up ammo if you're using the vulture perk. Do not try to use this gun to fight enemies in long ranges. Any SMG is not suited for long ranges, especially this one. The OTS is specialized in close range combat and close range combat only. If you remember all of that, you're ready to be the MVP of every game. Here's the build for the OTS-9. It only has 29 bullets in the mag. If you want a larger mag, switch it out, but then it won't be as good as this one. I've tested it, and this is the best possible load. Third is my go-to gun. It's a perfect all-rounder that can handle whatever the enemy throws at you. With the buff of Season 4, the AK-117 is an actually decent gun that you have to put in your loadout. I've used this gun many times, and it saved me way too many times to count. It's the perfect gun if you want a flexible gun. Its large mag lets you kill a lot of enemies without having to reload every few seconds, and its accuracy is terrifying. It's capable in all ranges, short, mid, and far. Mid is the best range for it though. I've designed the gun so that it has little drawbacks and a lot of pros to it. Very little ADS bullet spread, decent ADS time and recoil, and a really nice magazine. Its recoil pattern is pretty easy to control as well. I don't really need to explain how to use it because you can use it in whatever way you want. Like I said before, it's a really great all-rounder gun. You can rush people with it, you can play passive with it, and you can be neutral as well. It's a perfect gun for someone who doesn't know whether they want to rush, play slow, or anything in between. And here's the loadout. Going to the LMG section, the Holger 26 and the Chopper. They're two different guns, but I'll think of them as one since they're just as good as each other. Let me just start off with the Holger. The Holger is amazing. Without even putting any mag, you already have a whopping of 100 bullets. Its damage is spectacular and its fire rate is decent. Combined, you get a deadly weapon capable of holding a hardpoint by yourself. The only thing wrong about it is its lack of mobility and ADS speed. That still doesn't stop the fact that this gun is an absolute beast. And good for you, because I found a loadout that makes the gun even more powerful. It makes the mobility better and its ADS speed to be faster. Behold. Also, for the Chopper, it's basically already perfect. Its mobility is unlike an LMG, and its damage is just perfect. There's nothing more you can want. One bad thing about this gun is that it just doesn't have an iron sight, especially if you want to use the optimal loadout, so don't hope that you can cross-map someone with this gun. While you can't cross-map someone with the Chopper, you can run cross-map extremely fast. Here's the build for it. Now, both of these guns specialize in mid to long range. Don't try to short range it because its ADS is really not that great. You don't need to reload every few shots, only reload when you're around 20 to 25. Reload somewhere safe as well. The reload speed is really not the best. They're both really nice guns for holding power positions, and they're both okay to just spray and kill. Lastly, and arguably the best gun of the whole season, the Kilo 141. The Krig is usually the best in every season, with the Kilo being behind it as always, but following a lot of nerfs given to the Krig, the King has finally fallen. It just isn't a viable gun anymore, but somehow the devs actually buffed the Kilo, which is already super strong as it is, but they still buffed it, and now it's insanely good. It hits harder than a dump truck, and its magazine capacity is just perfect. Not only that, its recoil pattern is really easy to control, and its body part multiplier is insanely nice. Hit someone in the chest a few times, and they're on the ground. It's a really nice gun that you have to put in your loadouts. It's also really easy to use. Mid-range is best, don't try long range. It's compatible with whatever playstyle you use, and here's my build for the Kilo. And that's all. My top 5 guns for this season. And I know, there are more than 5 guns that I mentioned here, but they're all just as good, so try them out, alright? You're definitely going up in the ranks insanely fast. And alright then, that's all for today. See you next week. Goodbye.